Hey everyone, what's going on? Ash and Rima here from MEOdyssey, and today we're taking our first look at Anthem, which is Bioware's long-awaited and long-guarded secret of their new IP. The first little teaser of it got revealed at the EA Play conference on Saturday evening here in the UK, and then the full-blown reveal was at the Xbox press conference on the Sunday evening. So we're going to go through the short little bits and pieces we picked up from EA Plays first, and then we're going to transition straight into the Xbox conference there as well. Do what we normally do, just talk about the points, and then come to our final conclusions at the end. And then that's it. So I'm going to hand it straight over to Rima with the points from the EA Plays conference first.
Yeah, so it was just a really short, it was under a minute long, wasn't it? It was a very small little teaser. And obviously the game is in Frostbite. It kind of sets up like the theme of it, the setting seems to be in some kind of walled city, and I was saying to you earlier that it kind of has that Attack on Titan feel, where you're like these guardians of a walled city from all the dangers on the outside. And that's kind of cool. And then there's obviously a quote that says, "But out there, you either live with the choices you make or die trying to change them." So that's quite interesting, I think. Does that mean we're going to get some kind of choices in this game? It's very vague, but also very good for a trailer. It's like a nice soundbite, isn't it? And the feel from it all seems very like Star Wars-y, Fallout almost. Like, it's advanced, but not so advanced that you seem to be like really, really high in the future. It seems like repurposed tech almost. The outskirts of the walls seem to be really dangerous with loads of the monsters and weather and a whole lot of things. And yeah, so there was other like tweets from outside after the EA Plays conference as well, talking about like the freelancers, which included the team. And that's pretty much it. There wasn't a huge amount from the teaser other than giving us a general idea of what it looks like. And it looks good.
Yeah, it gave us like a teaser. There's kind of like mech suits involved, and I know that probably a lot of us, myself included, basically thought that when we saw the mech suit in the teaser trailer, the really short teaser trailer, there was going to be more like a Titanfall thing where the suits were going to be really big. It turns out, no, they're just suits. So.
They're like Iron Man suits. They're literally Iron Man suits where you can do like the little like booster fly thing, and you can shoot like something with a Gatling gun from your shoulder. It's literally a really good Iron Man simulator. It's quite cool.
Yeah.
And that was it. That kind of just gave us a flavour of what the game was going to be like, and kind of really got us set up for Xbox at E3. And yeah, that was the big, massive reveal. So
yeah.
Cool. Should we move on to that?
Yes.
Yeah. So that was presented by Patrick Soderlund, and he announced it. And of course, it's been now shown to be an open world action adventure game, less of an RPG, more. It probably has RPG elements, more leaning towards an MMO style kind of game where you can play with, I think, up to 4 players together in a squad, but also on your own. And you take on a member of a freelancer team who are these elite guards who protect this fort, which I think it's called Fort Tataris, is that right? Or Tararis?
Yeah, that sounds about right, yeah.
From whatever dangers are on the outside. And it seems to be that the place outside the walls are quite harsh. There's a lot of like dangerous weather, plant life, people, or weird alien robot things that we think are called scars from the trailer. There's also a lot of like wildlife that seems to want to murder you. A lot of it.
Oh yeah.
Yeah. And also all these players can have, I think they state that they can have several javelins, which are what the mech suits are actually called. Javelin exosuits, and each of them will have a different kind of ability. So they mentioned the Colossus, which is more like your tank, and your Ranger, which is more all-purpose. And apparently you can also, it seems like, highly customize them as well, which is what Jonathan Warner says in the video, which is very cool. I can't wait to play around with that.
I just like the fact you get more than one suit.
Yeah.
Which is cool.
And the gameplay kind of simulates what it's like to play as 4 people, or specifically 2 people, and then have other people join you in. As a squad, you get to hear these very civil people we were talking about talking to each other about tactics and things like that. That's not going to happen when we play. That's just going to be a lot of shouting.
No, we had a discussion prior to this recording, and basically what we came to the conclusion of was Rima won't be able to work out the rockets and fall out the sky, and I won't be able to work out the steering and crash into the trees. So
whoever plays with us, good luck.
Swearing will be happening. So
but to be honest, all joking aside, it looks very smooth. It does look very easy to use, but we haven't actually seen any of the actual gameplay like controls yet, so we have no idea.
And settings and things like that, yeah. So.
But you can descend underwater, travel in the sky, run around, walk around, which is all very interesting, which means there's like a lot of levels to the game. It doesn't seem to have any pathways as well. You seem to be able to go anywhere you want, climb over anything you want, and there's also a point where we didn't actually, there's no kind of meter for your jetpacks, right? So you can fly.
Nothing so far. That obviously, in terms of like a HUD, I assume that might come up in later.
Yeah, there is no HUD at the moment.
Things like that, but there's nothing at the moment, no.
And pretty much really it. There's some really great visual weather dynamics that we noticed.
Yes.
Specifically around the Shaper Storm events that seem
Shaper Storm, yes.
Yeah, they seem to come around and then they seem to they basically are there to disrupt your play.
Just kick the crap out of everything, yeah.
Yeah, and they're meant to apparently kind of give you the choice of whether you want to maybe go in a different way and maybe kind of change your storyline a wee bit, which just seems kind of cool. It's nice to know that the world is not going to be predictable, that even if you're going down a mission, something might actually interrupt you and you might be like, oh, we're going this way now, okay, whatever, cool. Yeah, so that's pretty much it. So that's everything we learnt from it. Also, you can have a sweet side point. Really
That's true. I missed that in the first. Yeah, I didn't see that until like when I watched it again last night, just before I went to bed. The more alien-looking mech suit has like a half scarf or a half cape, and I was like, I want it.
I don't know what the point of it is, but it's cool.
Yeah, inevitably you're gonna get sucked into one of like these like Shaper Storms or something just by your cape.
Yeah, something classic like Dyna Guy. Oh, he had a great look. Oh, the cape and the boots.
No capes.
Oh, so, and yeah, there's also, in the fort, there's also like these big, giant robot dinosaurs. Not sure what the point of those are, except they look massive.
Horizon Zero Dawn.
Yeah, exactly, look like Horizon Zero Dawn. And it will also apparently release in fall 2018 as of this point, which was changed. It was originally spring 2018 according to their YouTube and their bits and bobs. It's now all being changed to fall 2018.
Yeah.
And I don't know whether that'll stay the same. It might get delayed. We don't know.
So, yeah, from this point, we're probably still looking at least 18 months before release, I would guess, roughly.
Yeah.
So, yeah.
And there are also points that CEO of EA, Andrew Wilson, also made about the game, saying that it is not an RPG, but apparently will have RPG elements and similar Bioware storytelling elements as well. And that it seems that you will also have NPC characters that you can have relationships and get to know as well. Not like you're going to be without those kind of characters. They probably just won't be part of your team, but they'll be there in the world with you. And of course, there will be a live service. It will be multiplayer, so there will be a live service involved.
Of course, yeah.
So that's pretty much it.
And there was also as well, I know a lot of people are kind of worried about it's not going to have the typical Bioware storytelling. This is a big kind of like sidestep from what they normally do. And fair enough, those are valid concerns to have, but a couple of devs already, including Jonathan Warner himself, who's basically leading the whole project, has basically said you will still get a good Bioware story from it. So, and you can still play it solo if you want to, for people who just want to play solo, or you can team up with your friends, which I know me and Rima will be doing, because we've been begging for a game that's just like co-op and we can play through together and just have a laugh with, and this could well be it. So, I think overall, my general kind of consensus was I really liked how it looked amazing, and I'm going to say, like I always do, I'm cautiously excited to see what comes up next. I do like the fact that Bioware are kind of taking a bit more of a gamble with this one. It's a little bit more outside of their kind of comfort zone in terms of what they do in terms of their games, so I'm actually kind of liking that, and I'm excited to see what they do. So
I'm definitely excited. It looks really interesting, really gorgeous if it plays the way it is, and it's obviously probably going to be, because it was the Xbox event, it'll be there for Xbox One X, which is exciting because when we got to see everything that Xbox One X can do, can't wait to see this game on that. Yeah, you're right, it's something different for Bioware, but also they've had the kind of go at things like bigger worlds as well before. You pointed out it has kind of an Old Republic feel to it as well.
Yeah, especially that beginning bit when you're walking through like that marketplace. Yeah,
and the idea that you can kind of wander around this world, it seems to have this like Star Wars-esque feel to it. Kind of exciting, really love it. And there's questions still. I want to know what Anthem means. I think you agree with me. What does Anthem mean?
Yeah, why name it? I know they kind of Jonathan Warner did go for an interview with Jeff Keighley pretty much straight after the conference ended. And he did kind of go into why they went with Anthem, but at this point it was nearly 1 a.m. and I was super tired.
I might put it in the video if I can find it.
And tell me finally about the name Anthem. What for a long time people were wondering what was going to be called. Why Anthem? Well, you know, we really love the idea of an anthem is something that unifies a group of people. It's something that gives them a sense of purpose that's bigger than themselves. And that's definitely something we wanted to imbue the IP with and to imbue the game and the story with as well.
And then that little trapezoid,
yes, the
trapezoid trapezium symbol.
I've been calling it the half hex because it's a half hexagonal shape. But that weird shape that he was wearing on his shirt, it seems to be on the mech suits on the big robo dinos as well. So it seems to be some sort of faction maybe.
And we'll leave it with the last point, is it's also not an Xbox exclusive, as people are worried about it because it was showed at the Xbox event. Yes,
no, it's as far as I'm aware, it's Xbox, PS4 and PC. So there you go. So let us know what you guys think down in the comments below. We'd be really interested to find out what your kind of thoughts are on a brand new game from Bioware. So be sure to let us know down in the comments below. As always, you can subscribe to the channel to stay up to date on all things gaming and all things Anthem. And you can help the channel to grow by sharing the video too. Thanks for listening and for watching. We'll see you again very soon.